Fuck going on YouTube? It's your boy Fat Shit, man. This one a little crazy. Like father, like son. Alabama serial killer killed a firefighter for being a witness. We finna get into it. Let's get it.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
I ain't finna keep playing. Did it, I'd be in jail, stupid. Nobody never said they was in no A, no none of that shit. I was just on live down here. If I did it, them phones gon' ping. I got 3 phones tell my direct location, where I was, what. Y'all know how the police play it. If I somebody, they'll want these phones on all.
Niggas were really sitting on me, fool. Niggas had me in their palms like this. Niggas had me in their palm like this on my baby. Nigga could have rioted, got me. You hear me? Niggas not on that on my baby. If I see your ass, I'm gonna sit on your ass for 12 hours if I have to, nigga, on my children.
Do the same thing to you, so why not do it to them? Why show them compassion when they ain't gonna show your folk no compassion?
Basically, saying he ain't sparing shit.
Hey, for what? They ain't gonna spare me.
Gonna put it like
yeah,
that.
wait. When if their son end up dead and they come to court, they ain't gonna spare me in the courtroom.
Hey, I know
they gonna want my ass though.
Nah.
You hear me?
New information coming into the WVTM 13 newsroom. Birmingham police announcing they've made an arrest in connection to the deadly mass shooting in 5 Points South.
Out of Birmingham, we have just confirmed new charges against the man charged in the 5 Points South mass shooting.
His name is Damien McDaniel, and he's now linked to another mass shooting. And court records just reviewed. We see that McDaniel was charged with 11 counts of.
Here we are again, allegedly talking about a man who, at just 22 years old, according to Birmingham's police department, got more bodies than half his age. Birmingham's youngest serial killer, or the fall guy. Or maybe we should say Mr. 14 for 14. A man, according to BPD, had 14 murders in 14 months. Well, we all can do that math. Fam, meet Damien Laron McDaniel III, 22 years old, as just mentioned, from Fairfield, Alabama, for those who don't know. He was recently asked to change his jail locations 2 weeks ago. At the time, he was charged with 11 murders and wounding 29 others, not to mention allegedly responsible for 2 mass shootings. On February 14, 2025, he asked to be removed from state prison back to Jefferson County Jail. He was denied and demanded to stay incarcerated in Alabama's Department of Corrections. Fast forward 2 weeks later, he was charged with 3 more murders, making it 14 and 14 months. Now, 2 of the 3 murders that he's recently charged with, well, we already covered them. We'll later reference to the videos in this video. A local firefighter who was gunned down in the fire station after he was set to testify, and a girl who was gunned down in the driveway of her home just 20 minutes after arguing on live with 2 men. Today we go over those stories. We pay our respects while discussing the victims. We go in chronological order, and we see where this serial killer stands today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. As much as we covered about this case, there's one important person we has yet to cover on this platform.
When was killing women cool, bro? Like, when was killing women and kids cool, bro? That's not gangster. I don't give a fuck how long you been in the streets. Killing women and kids is not it, bro. Innocent people, bro, that's not it. Like, these niggas is lame.
Damien Laron McDaniel Jr. According to court records, Damien Jr. was a leader of the blood gangs in Fairfield, Alabama. Some say he was worse than his own son, having a public record since 2003, when Damien III was only 1 year old. In 2003, Damien Jr. was convicted of receiving stolen property. The following year, in 2004, he was charged with trafficking seed, but pled guilty to possession and was sentenced to 10 years. He only did 2 years and 2 days and was released in 2006. In 2007, Damien Jr. was charged in the shooting death of 23-year-old Cedric Birch in Fairfield, Alabama. Birch had just parked his car to get gas at a Mobile gas station on Richard Parkway and was walking towards the store when another vehicle pulled into the lot and opened fire on Birch. Birch was shot 5 times. May he rest in peace. A level of condolences to his family. But check this out, fam. Court records say 2 months prior to Birch losing his life, Damien Jr. and other alleged blood gang members had poured gasoline on Birch and set him on fire. As mentioned, 2 months prior to Damien Jr. killing him at the gas station. But the crazy thing is this, with no witness, that case was thrown out and Damien Jr. never went to trial, so he was out again. But check this out, fam. At the time of Cedric Birch's shooting, Damien Jr. was out on bond for shooting Cedric's brother. In 2010, he pled guilty to first-degree assault and received a 15-year suspended sentence. In 2013, 3 years later, at just 32 years old, Damien Jr. will have his last run-in with the law before doing a 28-year prison sentence in Kentucky. And he didn't go out without a fight. It was a 6-hour standoff at Adamsville. Apparently, he was arrested by the U.S. Marshals, where they found 8 guns, a smoke grenade, as well as a half a pound of marijuana and thousands in cash. The house was located on the 4300 block of Robin Lane in Adamsville. They set up a perimeter around the home after McDaniel failed to acknowledge their presence. But as mentioned, after 6 hours, McDaniel Jr. had went into custody without incident. They also mentioned that his son, the third, was also in the home at the time of this incident, this time around 10 years old. So at this point, fam, we get the reference like father, like son. Fast forward to 2025, a decade later, now Damien III is looking at more time in prison than his dad, Damien Jr. And as mentioned, after already been charged with 12 murders, after his viral interview in December of 2024, McDaniels was hit with 3 more. And he haven't even went to trial for the first 12.
Do the same thing to you, so why not do it to them? Why show them compassion when they ain't gonna show your folks no compassion?
Basically, saying he ain't sparing shit.
Hey, for what? They ain't gonna spare me.
Gonna put it like
yeah,
that.
wait. When if their son end up dead and they come to court, they ain't gonna spare me in the courtroom.
Hey, I know
they gonna want my ass shot. You hear me?
New information coming into the WVTM 13 newsroom. Birmingham police announcing they've made an arrest in connection to the deadly mass shooting in 5 Points South.
Out of Birmingham, we have just confirmed new charges against the man charged in the 5 Points South mass shooting.
His name is Damien McDaniel, and he's now linked to another mass shooting. And court records just reviewed, we see that McDaniel was charged with 11 counts of homicide.
But according to Birmingham Police Department, Damien III is a serial UK who was paid to do all the killing. Now, the oldest of the 3 new murder charges that Damien III has recently gotten is a shooting that took place in 2023, the death of a local firefighter, Jordan Melton. The day he was shot, his co-worker was also shot as well. July 12, 2023, a man went through the open bay area of the fire station on 1228 27 North, where 2 firefighters were shot. Jordan Melton died from his injuries 5 days later. May he rest in peace. A love of condolences to his family. But see, Jordan, the firefighter, was also a witness for a trial that was coming up the following year, in the murder case that took the life of his best friend back in 2021. The man that was charged with the murder was a guy named Larry Denzel Rollins. The man who lost his life was a young dad, 27 years old, who went by Eric Sledge Jr. May he rest in peace, and love and condolences to his family. It happened in May of 2021, around 12:30 a.m. in the Southside Entertainment District. Officers responded to the 1100 block of 20th Street South and found Sledge unresponsive in the middle of the roadway.
They're searching for a suspect in connection with a deadly shooting after a victim was found in the busy 5 Points South Entertainment District early this morning. Investigators tell us 27-year-old Eric Sledge Jr. from Hoover was found lying in the middle of the roadway near 20th Street South and 11th Street South around 12:30 this morning. Paramedics took the victim to UAB Hospital, where he later died. Police are still investigating to figure out a motive, but say it appears Sledge was walking with a group of others who had just been in some type of argument. If you have any information that can help, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at number 205-254-7777.
Now, as mentioned, Jordan was in attendance. He was set to testify in 2024, but Larry got acquitted. There was no witness. As mentioned, Jordan was gunned down months prior at work in 2023, which now makes sense on how something like this can happen at his job.
He was very eager to serve his community.
Jordan Melton knew that before he was 3 years old.
He aspired to be not just a firefighter, but he wanted to be the fire chief.
His mother, Rochelle Gaston Malone, says he was always a leader.
He was a leader, naturally. And I'm just grateful that he had an opportunity to at least live out that dream of becoming a firefighter, even though it was short-lived.
Melton's dreams were cut short at the hands of someone else.
When he was shot, he was doing what he loved.
He was doing what he loved.
On July 12th, 2023, an unknown person shot Jordan Melton and Jamal Jones at Station 9 less than 30 minutes after shift change. Jones survived.
When you got that phone call a year ago, what was running through your mind in that moment?
Disbelief. My mind started racing. Well, I wonder how bad is it, or what happened? How could this happen? Where was he? Who did this?
Those are questions I'm sure a year later that you still have.
I do. A year later, I'm just as much in the dark as I was 12 months ago today. As far as what happened, who did this, why.
Malone says those answers would provide accountability, justice, and a sense of closure.
My message to anyone that knows anything is to stop and think about this for a minute and put yourself in my shoes, or his sister's shoes, his father's shoes, his family's shoes, even the community's shoes, as to this happening to you. You would want to know. You would want justice served. You would want someone to come forward.
That tip could be what police need to solve her son's case, and it can be done anonymously through Crime Stoppers.
If you want to see change, you have to be the change.
That's one reason why she's devoted her time to raising awareness about gun violence and conflict resolution.
I've done my best to try to bring some purpose out of the pain.
Though the pain is still there, Melton's memory lives on.
He had a way with just being an inspiration, a motivator for everybody around him. He was always full of laughs, full of jokes. That was his way of being himself.
In Birmingham, Valerie Bell, ABC 3340 News.
It's crazy to know that Larry is one of the guys that was arrested with Damien III months later in a shooting that turned deadly after a robbery gone wrong, which was on camera. But due to YouTube guidelines, I can't play in its entirety. Now, the second murder in chronological order that Damien III is accused of is a young woman who went by the name of Maia Jackson, 21 years old. She was gunned down outside her family home in the East Birmingham area while hanging in her driveway. Now, fam, we also did this story as well a year ago when it first happened. I'll leave the link in the bio. But she was killed less than 20 minutes after arguing on Facebook Live with two guys. A guy named Petey, who was also arrested with Damien III, and youngster the Don. Check out a clip from their live.
Nobody never said they was in no A, no none of that. I was just on live down here. If I did it, them phones gon' ping. I got 3 phones tell my direct location, where I was, what. Y'all know how the police play it. If I somebody, they'll want these phones on all that. Stop playing me, I ain't no rookie to this. Oh, did, boy. How the girl still outside 45 minutes late, gonna be still sitting outside for from the messages and see what the girl's saying. Ask me what they doing. Man, somebody called that girl outside. She got all that, put my name in it.
Guilty as fuck.
Doing all that stupid, talking about a bando in about a project. Boy, you know how far I was? You know where I stayed at last night? Every time I go to sleep, y'all playing. I'm trying to get you, feel me? Just chill, man. Stop bringing me up on live internet. If I did something, the police will have me in handcuffs. Came and got me for that mud shot y'all seen. For the receiver store, they came straight to my house, the gate seat, all that looking for. Them folks know if I did that, just like they know if anybody else did. Phone's gonna ping all that. You think I'd be on live and If I, what, how the feel me? I be signing so shit.
But he is.
Oh, God.
Dumbass.
Police come get you for anything else. Why they came and got me? Stop playing with me, man. About that petty, boy. Keep on talking about youngster. Keep saying my name. If I did it, the police would have came and got me. Don't they come get you for everything else? Can't they tell where you was any other time? Y'all know if somebody did. I would have deactivated all that. Somebody trying to put it on somebody else. I ain't trying to put it on you. Need to stop trying to put it on me.
He guilty as fuck.
I don't even got that type of time on my hand, girl. Stay. We ain't about this girl. That's on live talk.
With females is a punk. Don't care what you saying.
Oh God, we just on live talking. If you seen the live, you know that that's serious. Somebody, you got some messages. Look, Jay called me after on New. When bro, before they even hit the internet, Lil Jay called me on my mama. Lil Jay called me talking about the girl shot it. So you feel me? We like, you see we in the house, you feel me? Don't go to leave from all the way out there and go all the way to the east side. You feel me? That fast. That fast.
Till a person come back.
In 30 minutes. It be just normal.
In 30 minutes. That's what the
keep playing with. They ain't nothing on no true yet. Talking about the A. Never said we was in Atlanta. They in the A for now all of a sudden.
like
that fast. That fast. And the police come get you for robberies and everything else. Don't y'all think they would have came and got me? Don't y'all think they would have got these phones and seen my location and seen where I was? Them folks just surrounded the projects and got my home. They ain't showing my picture. Saying where he at. Police just surrounded us. Talking about, stop playing me. On God, on that lane store, you see the girl had all type of on. And I ain't even finna talk about her on Newcomb, ain't. I ain't finna say nothing else about her. But it's other going on with that little situation. Stop playing with me like that. Ain't no way this girl still in the car. 45 minutes out there alive, 30 minutes out there alive. So you think this girl just sitting outside? You think she just sitting outside in the car?
You saying she finna be outside her car waiting on us to pull up?
That's what I'm saying.
This girl got shot outside her car.
Outside the car. And it went that many shots a night. That's what's up close, real personal. Somebody made that girl come back outside, man. Stop playing me like y'all dumb. I don't know. That girl had a champion all. Stop playing on me. Do nothing to that girl. I don't even know where this girl stay. Kinda stupid talking on that hoe. He just making up. Everything he said, he just making up. I don't know. That boy said, hey twin. That boy said a bando by Gay City. What?
He said what?
We was in the bando by Gay City when we was on live this morning. Well, you know where we was? Man. You know where we was? Man, stop playing on me, man.
Bring the towers out.
That's what I'm saying.
Tie with the phone.
Tie with the phone, man.
Tie with the phone.
Tie with the phones, man. Bro, I never said once I was in Atlanta. What you talking about? When I said I was in Atlanta? Who else heard me say I was in the A? Who else heard me say I was in the A?
No fake page comment on blood.
Somebody that was on the line, who heard me say I was in? Well, I never once said I was in no.
And the third murder happened on April 9th, 2024. Anthony Love, 44 years old. He was a dad, a UPS worker for over 20 years. He was also connected to the guy who we covered just 2 days ago, who unfortunately lost his life while inside the mall. Roughly a dozen shots rang out in the parking lot at the Customer Care Center and Distribution Warehouse on Ingle Nook Lane shortly after 6 p.m. And the sad part is 2 of the 3 murders we just discussed was at their jobs.
Good morning, everyone. I am Sergeant Laquita Wade, Public Information Officer with the Birmingham Police Department's Public Information Division, and we would like to thank you all for joining us this morning as Interim Chief Michael Pickett makes a major announcement. First, you will hear from Chief Pickett, and then you will also hear from Mayor Randall Woodfin. When Mayor Woodfin is done, we will have just a few questions and answers. Please limit your questions to the topics that we will discuss this morning. Thank you. Chief Pickett.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Michael Pickett. I serve as the Interim Chief of Police for the Birmingham Police Department. When I was appointed to this role, one of my top priorities was to get our homicide detectives equipped with every tool that they needed to be able to investigate all murders, especially egregious murders like the ones we're going to discuss today. Wanted those to be able to be solved so that the families, the victims' families, can have that one step closer toward closure. That being said, the Birmingham Police Department has obtained warrants in a major homicide case that has caused the victims' families tremendous pain and suffering and sorrow to the city of Birmingham. On Wednesday, July 12th, 2023, an unknown suspect entered the open bay of Fire Station 9 in Norwood. He was armed with a weapon. He shot 2 Birmingham firefighters, Firefighter Jordan Melton and Sergeant Jamal Jones. They were both critically injured during this horrific crime. Both firefighters were transported to UAB for treatment, where they received life-saving measures. Tragically, 5 days later, Jordan Melton succumbed to his injuries. 22-year-old Damien McDaniel of Fairfield, Alabama, has been charged with capital murder of a first responder and attempted murder of a second firefighter. It has been 19 months since the tragic incident occurred, and we empathize with the families that have been affected. The Birmingham Police Department is unwavering in our commitment to solving all homicide cases. While some of these investigations may require more time, rest assured that we are tirelessly working every day towards bringing perpetrators to justice with efficiency and meticulous work carried out by our homicide detectives and the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. I cannot express how appreciative we are, in particular with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, as they have worked over the last, I don't know how many months, with our detectives on each of these cases to ensure that these folks were brought to justice. We are appreciative to the Melton and Malone family, as well as our Birmingham Fire Chief, Chief Corey Moon, and all of our brothers and sisters with the Birmingham Fire and Rescue Service for their patience and their diligence, and as we diligently work toward solving this case and bringing this person to justice. BPD extends gratitude to our esteemed partners that include, as I stated earlier, the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, the ATF, the FBI, United States Secret Service, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and Crime Stoppers for their invaluable collaboration throughout this investigation. Additionally, Damien McDaniel is charged with intentional murder in the death of Maia Jackson. She was shot and killed on January the 10th, 2024, outside of her home in the 800 block of Crest Green. McDaniel is also charged with capital murder, which was a murder for hire, in the death of the UPS worker, Anthony Love, Jr. He was shot and killed on April the 9th, 2024, on Inglenook Lane, in the parking lot of the UPS facility. His co-defendant, Charles Nance, is charged with capital murder, again, murder for hire. McDaniel is currently incarcerated in the Alabama Department of Corrections on a probation revocation out of Bessemer. McDaniel currently has 4 murder cases, 1 intentional murder case pending in Jefferson County, as well as 17 assault first-degree cases, also 3 attempted murder cases, and a certain person's forbidden to possess a pistol and possession of marijuana first degree. McDaniel has no bond. Nance is currently being held in the Jefferson County Jail with no bond for capital murder that occurred on August the 13th, 2024. His co-defendant in that was, again, Damien McDaniel. I hope the formal charges that you see today along with a large number of continuous arrests that you all have seen over the last several weeks, is sending a very clear message that BPD will not let up. BPD is locked in. We'll take a few questions.
First, we will hear from Mayor Woodfin.
Good morning, everyone, and I want to start by thanking Chief Michael Pickett, as well as Deputy Chief Brown of the Birmingham Police Department Investigation Bureau. I think one of the main responsibilities I have as mayor is to make sure I can provide our police department with the available resources they need to do their job. In this case, nothing's more important for our detectives having every single resource made available to them. What's happened over the last year and a half has been horrific, with one person causing so much pain in our community and taking away loved ones of families. Jordan Melton, Anthony Love Jr., and Maia Jackson. You add on the fact that Jamal Jones' life was changed as well in the most dramatic way possible. I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation for Chief Pickett, for all the detectives, and Deputy Chief Brown for not letting up, for keeping their foot all the way down on the gas pedal and doing everything they can to bring justice to these families. I have spent countless amount of time with Miss Rochelle, Jordan's mother, Mr. Melton, his father, and their extended family. I have Chief Moon standing here. This ripped through the fire rescue service like no other thing has happened since my time as mayor. It was important to bring justice, not just to this family, but to let our firefighters know that we have their back and front, and we were not going to rest until this person was held accountable and brought to justice. But Anthony Love Jr. did not deserve to die at his place of work either, and Maia Jackson didn't deserve to die simply by being at home. And Jamal Jones didn't deserve to be assaulted the way he was as well, being at his place of work. My message is very simple. To all of these victims, families, we are still in lockstep with you, not just through our prayers and thoughts, but through bringing justice. But my message is also to all those other families out there who have lost a loved one. Our detectives continue to be locked in, literally looking under every rock to bring justice and bring formal charges for those who have taken other loved ones as well in the city. As Chief Pickett said, I want to thank all the partners who made this day happen. And as mayor, we'll continue to do everything we can to make the city safer. Thank you.
Do we have any questions?
Here with ABC 3340, I heard Interim Chief Pickett mention that this was a murder for hire in these cases. If someone hired McDaniel and I believe Nance, what charges, or if any, are being brought against the person who was involved in this murder for hire?
So yes, so these are some more complex type of investigations, if you will. So we're continuing to investigate that, but you could look at the possibility of conspiracy to commit murder. They can also be charged with the murder as well, in some form of conspiracy. So we are pursuing that. It's still an ongoing investigation.
Okay. If nobody else has a question,
Okay. Yes, ma'am. One more.
I wanted to ask, is Damien McDaniel responsible for any other cases that are open at the Birmingham Police Department at the moment?
I'll say that we are continuing to investigate several murders. There is a possibility. We don't have any certain facts on that at this time, but we are continuing to investigate. So, we're walking down every lead. Of course, things take time. We have to develop every piece of evidence and make sure that we walk down essentially every aspect of it to make sure that, because what we aim for is a conviction. We just don't want to have a person charged. We want to make sure that when they go to court, that there's a conviction. This person remains behind bars. So we do very detailed investigations. At times, we have to be slow and methodical because they're more complex. And with these murder for hire situations, criminals are, they're trying to be more savvy these days. But the thing is, there's no perfect crime. And our jobs in local, state, and federal law enforcement is to figure out where they slipped up. That's our job. So at times it takes a little bit more time to get that done, but we never stop working. We never stop working on that. And today we're very happy to say that we now have formal charges for these murders, several murders.
I highly doubt that this what Lil Wayne had meant when he made the song Stunt Like My Daddy. Being around for the DC sniper with Muhammad and his stepson, if everything BPD is accusing Damien as well as his dad history is true, they might out-top them. And just put that in perspective. 14 bodies in 14 months. We'll just wait to see how this play out. Everybody we talked about and affected due to this story, we send 11 prayers you guys' way. Fam, it's time for you guys to let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. You're talking about a man who went on a spree like this? Not to mention they say he wounded over 30 after the demise of his good friend, White Boy Spin, who was allegedly set up. We also did that story. I'll leave the link in the bio. But talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, fam, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah, so that was that. Like Father Like Son, Alabama serial killer. Yeah, tripping, man. RP to the firefighters. RP to that little girl. He was wildin'. If I should like, subscribe, comment.